Part 710. A next-read radar only 90 yards away from the tornado documented radial velocities of up to 190 km/h. A research team from the University of Oklahoma, National Severe Storms Laboratory, and University of Alabama in Huntsville was funded by the National Oceanic and Administration to investigate the unsurveyed portion of the tornado track in their survey. Published in Monthly Weather Review, they note that the tornado produced forest devastation and electrical infrastructure damage up to at least EF4 intensity, and conclude by writing that the Greenwood Springs event was a violent tornado, potentially even EF5 intensity. Aug 7, 2020, Canada, Manitoba, Scarth 2 Northern Tornadoes Project. Tornadoes of 2020. A photogenic tornado rated F3 was determined to have likely lofted 2 vehicles over 1 meter into the air, and between 30 and 100 meters laterally. Researchers with the Northern Tornadoes Project found a median wind speed of 110 ms would be required to achieve this, well above the criteria for F5 intensity. Deck 10, 2021, United States, Tennessee, Kentucky, Woodland Mills, Case, Mayfield, Princeton, Dawson Springs, Bremen, McDaniels, 57, Marshall, Weinoff, Smith, Wheelgoss. 2020-21 Western Kentucky tornado. A long-tracked wedge spawned by the quad-state supercell that damaged, destroyed, or obliterated thousands of structures along a path of 16 feet 5 to 6 mi while moving at 6 km/h. In 2022, Timothy Marshall, a meteorologist and structural and forensic engineer, Christine L. Wilgos, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service of Paducah, and Brian E. Smith, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service of Omaha, published a damage survey of portions of the tornado's track, particularly through Mayfield and Dawson Springs. At the end of the report, they said the tornado damage rating might have been higher had more wind-resistant structures been encountered. Also, the fast-forward speed of the tornado had little dwell time of strong winds over a building, and thus, the damage likely would have been more severe if the tornado were slower. July 1, 2020 at Alberta, Didsbury's Your Northern Tornadoes Project. Tornadoes of 2023. This F4 tornado moved a combine harvester 80 to 100 meters from its original position. Researchers with the Northern Tornadoes Project determined the harvester was likely lofted roughly 126 meters into the air, with median estimated winds of 108 ms, above EF5 criteria. May 21, 2020 at United States, Iowa, Greenfield 5 Dow Greenfield tornado. A Dow position just east of Greenfield measured wind velocities of 26.3, 27.1 mph in a narrow region on the right side of the tornado as it passed through town. These velocities were later estimated to have been 309, 380 mph, 82 mph at ground level, among the highest winds ever determined using Dow data and well above AF5 criteria. Given the tornado's small size and fast-forward speed as it passed through Greenfield, these peak wind speeds were likely experienced in less than a second at specific locations at its path. Possible F5, F5 tornadoes with no official rating. This is an incomplete list and may never be able to satisfy particular standards for completeness. You can help by participating in discussions about tornadoes for this list. Many other tornadoes have never been formally rated by an official government source, but have nonetheless been described as F5, 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 or equivalent, often by independent studies. Most of these tornadoes occurred prior to 1950, before tornadoes were rated according to standardized damage assessments, and their unofficial classifications as F5, F5 or equivalent have been made in retrospect, largely on the basis of photographic analysis and eyewitness accounts. A few, such as the tri-state tornado of 1925, are widely accepted as F5, F5, DF5, DF5 tornadoes with no official rating. This is an incomplete list and may never be able to satisfy particular standards for completeness. You can help by participating in discussions about tornadoes for this list.